Hello, fellow diamond painting addicts, and welcome back to Diamond Painting Anonymous. I'm Daphne, and I'm here today to unbox another kit. I actually hadn't planned on doing this one even this year, but after looking around, there's something else I want to accomplish. I decided this kit would be the best way to do it. It checks off a couple of things for me, so let me get it out of the box and we'll look at what I'm going to be doing. Okay, so as you can see, this is a square kit. So I've got my drills here and you can see it's got some ABs. We'll look at those in a minute. And then we've got our toolkit, our instructions, and our stickers, which we'll also look at in a minute. I'm not going to go through everything in the toolkit. Obviously, this is an older one, but is this supposed to have a cover minder and washi tape? So I'm going to open it up just so we can look and see what those are. And then we get some pretty blue floral washi tape and oh, it's a little unicorn cover minder. The little bow and everything, how cute. I'll just add that to my collection. All I'm going to keep is the washi tape and the cover minder. Everything else I'll put back in the bag to either set aside to recycle or donate or whatever. So what kit am I going to be doing? It is Patriotic Camper by Susan Wingett. I'm going to turn it this way so you guys can see the picture here. This is a square, and there's a reason I picked a square. It is 64 by 56, so we'll look at that in a minute, and it only has 43 colors, which is also relevant because that's another reason why I picked it. What I was looking for was a square kit that would have less than 60 colors so that I could use my Forever Young storage trays. I tested them out with a round kit, so now I want to test them out with a square kit. But I needed something that had less than 60 colors, and most of my squares are very large, which means they have more than 60 colors. So for instance, I wanted to use them with Little Baker that had 84 colors, and Treasure Quest had like 63 or something. So I went through all of my kits and came across this one. This is one that will work for DP for Veterans, so I can do this one in addition to my Poppies one that I'm currently working on. That one is partial, won't take me very long to finish. And this one isn't huge at 64 by 56, and it's a lot of the same colors, so I'm hoping it'll be a nice mix of multi-placing and confetti. It fits with our theme for November, and I can try out the Forever Young. So you will see me kitting this up soon into the Forever Young. But I hadn't unboxed it, so I wanted to go ahead and do that first. 43 colors. There are 4 ABs. This is an old enough kit that there are no any other specialty drills, so I may add in some additional ABs myself. I don't know what I've got, but we'll see. So that's the kit I'm going to be working on. Let me grab the canvas and we'll look at it. So here is the canvas. It hasn't quite relaxed all the way, but it's not super big. It's way smaller than some of the other ones I've been working on recently. It's not as small as Naoko, but pretty close. So we've got our schematic on both sides. It's a Diamond Art Club. I'm not worried about the stickiness or any of the symbols not being clear. It does look like I'm going to have a nice mix of multi-placing and confetti. Even here in the stripes, there's some nice multi-placing, but also a mixture of colors for the shading. There's some nice multi-placing up in the sky. I will, of course, take B-roll since I can't fit everything on the screen, but we've got this cute little camper here, some chairs and tables set up outside with some watermelon, some flowers down here. The flowers look like they're poppies, but it's hard to tell without actually filling it in. Looks like there's going to be plenty of black for some outlining. All right, so this says it is 64 by 56, so let's measure. I'm getting 63.8, so pretty close to 64. It's 25 inches, they said, so does that measure exactly? Yes, exactly 25 inches. Then it says 22 tall, so let's measure that in inches first. It's 21 7/8. What is it in centimeters? It is 55.7. So they said 56, so pretty close. Yeah, I'm kind of excited about this one. It's much smaller than I thought it was going to be, and with only 43 colors. I'm also kitting this up with a mind to, I for so long have not had to worry about having children or small animals anywhere, and now I'm going to have to worry about that, so I wanted to try out the Forever Young again, not only because I wanted to do it with squares, but because that way they'll be a little bit more contained. I'm going to have to rethink my diamond painting situation though. We'll see how rambunctious they are. All right, let me get the drills and we'll look at those. And as always, before I start this, if there are those of you who don't like drill trains, feel free to use the fast forward button and skip to the end. So we've got a green, a very dark blue, a dark red, kind of a mocha brown, another dark blue and dark brown, and a dark salmon. We've got a dark gray, a dark green, another tan color, and then we've got our first kind of like orange AB and a couple of kind of yellowish khaki colors. So this AB is going to be the center of some of the daisy flowers that are down at the bottom. We've got some dark brown. We've got 2 bags of this kind of olive green, 2 bags of this kind of lime green, 2 bags of this dark salmon color, 2 bags of kind of a light pale blue. I'm really surprised, only 1 bag of 310, unless I have a bigger bag in the other sleeve, but I don't see it. So only 1 bag of 310. We've got a dove gray, a very dark like hunter green, and a light like lavender. Then we've got a dark purple, 2 bags of this lighter green. We've got 3 bags of white. So we'll see how I like this because these are the white stripes on the flag and then around the windows and the USA symbol. So we'll see how that goes. And then at least 1 bag of red ABs, which I'm assuming is going to go in the stripes as well, and some in the flowers. Then we've got 2 bags of this bright red, 2 bags of this forest green. We've got a bag of kind of a pale yellow and 2 bags of a very, very pale blue. There's a dark slate blue, very dark forest green, and then a bag of purple ABs, probably labeled as blue, goes in the pennants and at the top of the camper where the blue is in various places. Then we've got like a very bright blue, a gray, and a dark gray. And then we've got another light blue, a light green. That looks like a watermelon red, kind of a coral color, but I'm assuming it's going to go in the watermelon. And then we've got another dark gray, a dark brown, a dark red, and another dark gray. So not a ton of colors with this one, like I said, only 43 colors, which is one of the reasons that I picked it. So I should be able to get most everything into the 60 tray Forever Young storage system that I've got. I do have several colors that I have multiple bags of, but with only 43 colors, that means I'm going to have, what, 17 trays left that I can put the extra colors in because I like to open all the bags. I just don't like to have the bags floating around if I can help it. So like I said, this one ticks a lot of boxes for me. Only 43 colors, so I get to test my Forever Young again with square drills like I wanted. It is a appropriately themed kit for DP for Veterans, which we are in the middle of, so I can do that because my Poppy kit is not going to take me very long. It lets me finish off one of my older kits, not the oldest one, but it is an older one, and it lets me get something out of my stash. So win, 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 right? So leave me a comment down below. Have any of you ever done this particular kit? What did you think of it? Also, has anyone ever done anything by Susan Wingate before? I've seen a ton of her kits, but I don't think I've ever completed a kit by her before. I know she's a pretty popular artist, but I think she normally does a lot of like nature or floral type stuff, which is just not something I usually get. So yeah, curious to see what everyone thought. This is an older kit, so I am expecting it to be a little bit gappy, but I still want to do as many of the kits in my stash as I can, especially before Black Friday hits and I maybe undo all of the good that I have done so far this year in trying to reduce it. That's it for me today, guys. Thanks so much for sticking around till the end of the video. Before you leave, don't forget to do all the things. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, and hit that bell notification icon so that you can be informed of future uploads. And as always, guys, thanks so much for watching.